Interesting show for you today. Some professionals have written an article about how long a motorcycle should last. I find that kind of interesting. I thought it'd be an interesting thing to talk about today. How long should your motorcycle last? I think a lot of us could ask that question or answer that question. It would be kind of interesting. Also, they found this biker over there in Australia, part of the Rebels Motorcycle Club, with 400 grand on him and some other stuff, interesting stuff. So we're going to get into that and some other interesting articles this morning. If you'll just hang out with me for a few minutes until I run this brief introduction, and I'll be right back in front of you in about a minute and 7 seconds.
Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe to get updated Biker News with MC Protocol. A lot of phonies popped up when this YouTube Biker News craze came about, but the man on this channel is the first to do it and the only one that never sold out. His name's Black Dragon. Started the Navy and hit the sea, revving Uncle Sam. They traded that uniform for a leather vest from the Mighty Black Sabbath. Not the band, I'm talking about the Mighty Black Sabbath. MC, where he paid his dues and he earned his stripes. From prospect all the way up to national peace. All the copycat creators and the content stealers and haters, there have been many, but there's only one larger than life. Like Michael with the cowboy hat that knows kung fu and says kick Kenny. Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books and you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol.
Howdy, folks. Howdy. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. Hey! This is Out Bad Biker TV with your boy Black Dragon here. And, man, having a good day here. What's up with you, man?
Oh man, I can't call it, man. Slow motion, man. Just chilling, man.
Just chilling?
Just chilling, man. Enjoying the moment.
How was your trip? You went out of town. What was that like?
Man, you know, it's always a pleasure. It's always a good thing for me, man, to get around these other bikers, man, fellowship. I went to the Mystic Nights, Cleveland, Ohio, man, and I had a great time down there, man, as I do every year that I go.
You hung out with Just GQ yesterday. What was that like?
Man, you know, we did a lot of vlogging stuff, man. We did a lot of videos. Actually, man, he showed me a lot of new stuff as far as working my Insta360 and these different little apps and stuff like that. And then with my camera, listen, man, I was two upgrades behind. So I got my camera sped up, man. So that's pretty dope, man, over here, man. So, you know, we just kicked it, man, talked about biker stuff, and it's cool, man. It was cool, man. You know, be around another content creator and, you know, talk about the work that we trying to do and how we trying to reach different people. So that was cool.
I watched that guy come up from nothing. I watched that guy start off just like with no fans or none of that stuff. And I just watched him over and over again, just work it, the magic. And ever since, even before he was running with the breed, I saw him doing his thing, man. It's just really amazing. Really amazing.
Yeah,
see, you
man.
young guys. He's about your age, right? Y'all about the same age.
We you know what? I never asked. He never asked, but I'm sure that we are in the same age range. I
Yeah.
can't even say how old he is.
You guys are the next generation. You, him, Mike Ball. All you guys are. Mike Ball's younger than you guys, but you guys are all coming up, man. When I retire, I'm gonna be watching you guys, man, and it means I'm getting old.
I still like to think of myself as a young guy.
I don't want to be getting old out here like this, man. It's just getting ready to be over soon. Okay. Yeah, let's move on. All right. So the Rebels Bikie gang member charged after guns and cash allegedly found hidden in an arcade game. This is what sucks. I always tell criminals out there. I always say to the criminals, hey, look, criminals, like 2 of 3 things got to be right. Okay. Like you can't have something fast, cheap, and good. Okay. It's either going to be fast and expensive, cheap. No, it's going to be fast and expensive if it's going to be good, or it's going to be cheap if it's going to be fast but not good. It can't be fast, expensive, and good. Two of those 3 things, really only 2 of those will exist, or something like that. I tell criminals something of the 3 has got to be right. 2 of the things got to be right. If you got dope at home, right, you can't have a bad license plate out in the street. If you're rolling with stolen goods in the car, your driver's license got to be. You can't run a red light if you got a car full of hashish or something. Something you got to do something right. Something's got to be right. Most of the things, and in this case right here, one of the somethings, too many of the somethings weren't right. So many somethings weren't right. How they wind up at your house finding $400,000 worth of cash? How they wind up at your damn house when they pulled you off the street? I don't understand that. So here's the story. They find $400,000 in this arcade game. That wasn't in the car. In this guy's in his thing. So this is a article done by I don't know the news some little symbol up there. I wanted to give them credit, but it doesn't say the name of them. So police have charged a member of the Rebels Bikie gang. So we're in Australia. Whenever they say Bikie, they mean 1%ers. That's their term for 1%ers over there.
All right.
Bikie gang. We hear Bikie and we think, oh man, that's a crazy name. But over there, that's a tough name. You don't say that and just be messing around. So the Bikie gang member who was part of the Rebels, after a traffic stop, led to the seizure of weapons, explosives, and more than $400K in cash, which was hidden in a video arcade game. I always say I'm in the wrong damn business. These guys take biking and motorcycle clubs to the next damn level. If I'm going to go to jail, I want to go to jail for having $400,000 in the arcade game. That's what I want to go to jail for. I don't want to go to jail for the punk ass stuff we go to jail for around here. That ain't got nothing to do with $400,000 or nothing close. I'm just saying. Anyway, they charged him about 8:45 on Monday. Officers, now let me enlarge this so everybody can read it. About 8:45 on Monday, officers from the gang crime squad pulled over a black Chevrolet Silverado on Tonkin Highway in Perth. Oh, so they got Silverados over there. Okay. Police said they located more than $4,000 in cash. So, gosh, he had 400,000, 4,000, 404,000, something like that. 400,000 plus 4,000 he had. I'm in the wrong damn business. Police said they located more than $4,000 in cash and an extendable baton on the driver's side door. I guess you're not supposed to have an extendable baton over there to whoop somebody's ass. So that was the first problem. You got $4,000 in cash, which I know ballers around. When I grew up, the players always had $3-4 grand in their pocket. But the extendable baton was problematic. So they then carry out, because of that, they then carry out simultaneous searches on a commercial and residential property that he had in Lansdale. If you know you ain't supposed to be having an extendable baton in your car, don't have it in there. Now they're over at your house in your business. The commercial.
What make them go to their house from a traffic stop though?
The baton. Yeah, I guess the baton was illegal. You get arrested for the baton, and now we get a search warrant for your house. It's a big leap. It's a big damn leap. But they left their asses right over there. They just leaped right on over, and now they're at his house and his business. The commercial property, his business, housed a number of arcade games, and inside one of the machines, police found more than $400,000 cash, ammunition, and this thing right here. This oily-looking, raggedy-ass handgun. What is this? A 25?
Look like a 25, a 380 at best.
This Saturday night special? This cost you your 400 grand? This is sad. This for my listening audience, this pistol looks like if you shot it, it would blow up in your hand. Police say this sorry ass handgun was found in a hidden cavity inside an arcade game, along with a large quantity of cash. I would say, and that ain't mine. I bought this game that must have been in there. The cash was mine, but I don't know where that gun came from. Police said they also found a second handgun, more ammunition. Here we go. Explosives and a bulletproof vest inside the property. You know, in some places I understand you can't even own a bulletproof vest. So the 39-year-old gang member was charged with 3 counts of possessing an unlicensed firearm. How do you get charged with 3 counts of possessing an unlicensed firearm when there was only 2 unlicensed firearms? That's interesting, man. 2 counts of possessing a firearm with circumstances of aggravation. What were the aggravating circumstances? 1 count of receiving money that is the proceeds of an offense. What offense? And possessing bulletproof clothing. I guess their kids don't get bulletproof backpacks when they go to school. They don't have that there. You can't have any bulletproof clothing of any time. And then a count of possessing a prohibited weapon. Just 1 count of that, but they found 2 weapons. Interesting. The WA police commander of state crime, Gordon Fairman, said the seizure of the weapons made the community safer. Here's the hidden compartment. There's all the money. Who would have thought to look inside the arcade game? I would have wanted to play the game if I'd been one of the cops.
Man, that's the thing, man. You know, I listen to these stories. I hear them, man. For them to go inside the arcade game, somebody had to tip them off, man. That's just what I think. Somebody had to you're getting stopped by the police, and that traffic stop or whatever is leading you to them coming to your house, searching your house. Out of all the items, you know, the kitchen, the stove, the fridge, under the mattress, the closet, you go to the arcade game and find that's the stash of cash. Unless they some hell of a searchers, man. You know.
Oh my goodness! Somebody said it could be a 32 special. One of those 32, one of those little 32s. It could be a 32. It could be a 380 as well. It's horrible looking, whatever the hell that was.
It'll do the job. It would do the job. You know, no matter how I look, it'll keep somebody off you. It'll back them up off you. Let me say that.
Oh, so you wouldn't be like, ha! How dare you pull that raggedy thing on me? I'm not doing a damn thing you say.
Man, they all get the same job done, man.
Oh my goodness. Black Dragon Bug. At first, I was thinking he hit himself in the arcade game. He should have. To get pulled over, and they find for a baton, they're going to take the baton. Oh, you got $4,000 and a baton. Let's go search your house. Wow, I think you're right. Somebody told. Whether the firearms are used to commit offenses or used to cause fear to victims who may be targeted, the risk of a person being seriously injured or killed in a confrontation increases when a firearm is present, Commander Fairman said in a statement. We have seen the reckless disregard for community safety shown by outlaw motorcycle gang members. So we know the removal of these firearms from the hands of gang members has made our community safer. We will continue to protect our community and the Western Australia way of life by relentlessly targeting members of outlaw motorcycle gangs. Yeah, that use intimidation, violence, and commit crime. That's what he said. That was what he said. So anyway, that was the story for this morning. Is that crazy?
Yeah, that's. Hey man, I just, the world I live in today, man, I just think, man, everybody, man, when certain people, get jammed up, man, they go directly to a certain, I just feel like somebody done told, man. I mean, it's just how I feel, man. I've been in, things in the past where I, believe it or not, I've been raided a couple times, man, and they done came to my home and
you had an illegal baton in the car?
I didn't have a baton in the car, but I had stuff in the house, man, that I knew, and I knew they were coming. And a lot of the stuff I just before I dipped out the back door, I had a lot of the stuff right in plain sight. Right in plain sight.
Are you just going to do anything in your domicile? Nobody going to tell you what to do in there.
No, I mean, you're not expecting to, when they get to coming and they, getting that search warrant, you kind of, well, let me say this. The second time I knew they were going to get a search warrant because they left a guy outside. So I knew what they were doing. So I got the most that could really cause a lot of damage. I brought that with me, and everything else that I couldn't throw in the bag, I kind of left right in plain sight, man. And I'm saying all that to say, I left it in plain sight. No one knew the operation inside my home, and where I had stuff and what was in there. So they couldn't go directly to this or to have a hunch to say check this. So when you hear those stories and you hear a random arcade machine and they go in there and they find this money, it's like, for me,
somebody told.
Somebody was talking to them. They were doing some type of,
so because you left stuff out in the plain open and they didn't get you, is what you're saying.
Yeah, right in the open. Right.
You hid it in plain sight and they didn't get you.
They didn't, right there, man. Right in
plain sight. Into an arcade game, deep into the bowels of down in your basement, straight to the arcade game.
Yeah. And think about it. They didn't say dope. They didn't say they had a dog where they was, sniffing for, something. You got money, you got paper. So yeah, I just, man, it'd be a lot of talking that be going on out there, man. No, it was no dogs. Somebody just said maybe it was a dog. It was no dogs.
They didn't say dogs. Do they have money dogs?
And that's the thing. Yeah, it's money.
They don't have dogs that sniff for money, do they?
I don't put it past them, but They didn't mention any dogs. They didn't say the K9 found them, man. It's just a lot of people do a lot of talking, man. I don't think that a lot of times these people are getting knocked just because it just happened. It was just something that happened, man.
So it wasn't the baton at all.
I think that was a gateway, a segue into something, just like a busted tail light. That was the probable cause to pull an individual over, and then upon approaching the vehicle, the officer noticed some bull crap, which gave him the idea to further investigate. It's all types of wordplay that these law enforcement people use to, catch someone that they already been watching.
You know what? You've given me a different perspective on it, man. I think you're completely right on that. That's crazy. Hey, we're gonna take a break for a second so I can get something to drink, and we'll be right back after this. Hey there, I'm Black Dragon, and if you've been following me, you know that recently I've been attacked by several content creators and others who have spread salacious lies about me with quote-unquote paperwork and research and all kinds of other garbage that they have said was true. Many of these claims they've made against me are easily refuted, and I'm actually pretty pissed off about it. I got three things to say: defamation of character, slander, and libel. And I'm absolutely going after those folks. Receipts are not a story somebody sends you with letterhead. That's not receipts. And if you reported things about me that are not true, I am suing your ass. So I'm asking you guys to help me out. These are my new t-shirts, my Out Bad No Trial line. Out Bad No Trial. You can get these at blackdragonsgear.com. These black ones here, and if you want other colors or something like that, you can go to my Teesprings account, and I will have the link in the description of this video. Hey, if you've been following me, and hundreds of thousands of you have been following me throughout these years, help me get some justice here. Buying this shirt contributes to my legal fund, where I'm going to go after some of these folks that have told these incredibly salacious lies on me. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your prayers. Thank you for all of you who have continued to watch me. My numbers have continued to rise. People have seen through the smoke screen and the bullshit. And this happens to people. I tell people about it all the time. When you get put out bad at your club without a trial, you get put out bad by some BS. I've always said you got to fight it. Fight it, fight it. You got to fight for your name. And so now God has seen it important to allow me to go through this transition myself. And I believe he's done that so that I can show you guys you can still stand strong, and you can still be productive. You can still be part of the MC set. Those people that mess with you, they mess with you no matter what, because they know what your character is. So God has put this on me, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to thrive. BlackDragonsGear.com, and the link to Teesprings, if you want some different colors or whatever, will be in the description box below. Thank you all for all you've done. Capiche?
If you are seeking clarity about issues stemming from problems or crises occurring within your motorcycle club, then set up a consultation with Black Dragon. Black Dragon has over 30 years of experience in the motorcycle club world, having served as a national president of the 50-year-old Black Sabbath MC Nation for nearly 10 years. Black Dragon is a veteran negotiator, skilled in crisis management, conflict resolution, inter-club issues, press conferences, and club reputation management. You can set up an appointment to speak with him by phone at clarity.fm/black-dragon. Get the clarity you deserve to help make your MC the best place it can possibly be.
All right, we're back now. Hey, man. I want to ask you this question: how long should a motorcycle last you? I've been looking for stuff to do and add to the show, and so I spent a lot of time. Look at all these tabs. I spent a lot of time checking out news articles and stuff all over the place, and I guess they figured out I like motorcycle stuff. So every day now, they're sending me some kind of new motorcycle ad. This is from Motor Biscuit. How long should a motorcycle last? They ask. And I thought this was interesting. How long do you think a motorcycle should last? What's the longest you had a motorcycle?
Man, I probably think the longest I had a motorcycle was about 5 years, man.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, that's it for me. I don't want nothing old. Yeah, I don't want an old motorcycle.
That's disgusting.
What's so disgusting? Old?
Yeah, that you don't want an old motorcycle. Just 5 years? It must be nice, man. It must be nice. You must be just rolling in the dough. Just rolling in
man. No, man.
Must be good, man.
Listen, man. Listen.
I know you got a fleet of tow trucks 50, 60 deep. But
no, you gotta think about it, man. First, let me ask you this question, man. While we talk about how long do you keep a motorcycle? Me, I don't want nothing old. But first, let me ask you just dragon.
Mm-hmm.
What is my name? What is my name?
Lavish.
So everything about me got to be lavish. I don't want nothing old, man. I don't, man. You know, I don't want when they change the body style, I don't want the old body style no more. I want the new stuff, man.
Lavish, am I finding out that you're shallow? Is that what we're finding out here? And you don't mess with ugly women either?
Look, man, I ain't shallow. I don't mess with no. I think beauty is in the eye of the beholder of a certain type, a certain 5 years is the longest I've cycled, man. I don't want nothing old, man. I mean, is there anything wrong with an old motorcycle? No, if that works for you, it works for you. Some people, they get a motorcycle, it's a brand new bike, they keep it forever. In their mind, they say, I had this bike since it was brand new. I know everything about it. I remember the first oil change. I remember this. Hey, that's good for you.
Nostalgia. Yeah.
I don't want nothing old. Now, if it's a classic and you're buying something because of the whole nostalgic look and vibe,
you don't have a 57 Corvette or something, or
no. I have classic cars. I have a 57 Chevy Bel Air convertible, 63 Impala SS convertible.
Come on now, come on.
Yeah, those are classic cars. My classic collection. Not my main thing. I got it. My primary car is a BMW. I don't want nothing old, man. Is what I'm saying, man. So I don't. The older a motorcycle look to me, they just look funnier. I mean, you see. Listen, man. I know a guy that got an '87 FLH Harley, man. You know what that look like?
Yes.
It looks hilarious.
It's beautiful. They're beautiful. Okay.
It's old.
Okay. You know what? On the other side, I'm going to tell you guys what I got. So, but let's look at this here. Motorcycles are popular form of transportation. No, they're not as popular as standard four-wheel vehicles, but some people use them as their primary rides. People talk a great deal about the reliability of cars, but some may wonder how long you can expect a motorcycle to last when you buy one. Naturally, this will differ based on the model, but the same is true for cars and other vehicles. It's important to understand the reliability of this form of travel before going to motorcycle dealerships. So let's see what they say. How long should a motorcycle last? Many people make the decision to buy a motorcycle. However, some may make the mistake of thinking thinking that even that the best motorcycles can last as long as a car. Sadly, this is not true. According to Saint USA, motorcycle riders should expect their bikes to last somewhere between 20,000 and 100,000 miles in total. Really? That's it? Get out of here. How However, bigger options like cruisers and touring bikes can last much longer. Despite the mileage expectations, a few things can make a difference. In particular, as with cars, well-maintained motorcycles can last longer after you buy them. This means changing oil and various filters will help the motorcycle last longer. Properly storing the bike is also essential. Still, most bikes won't last anywhere near as long as the majority of cars. It's also important to point out that miles on motorcycles differ from miles on cars. This difference exists because people usually drive motorcycles less than cars. Because of this, you could have a significantly older bike with fewer miles than you may assume. It's for this reason that you should do your research when you decide to buy a motorcycle. There are a few reasons that you get fewer miles when you buy a motorcycle than you would from a car. The most significant reason is the difference in the size of the various components. For example, the engine is much smaller than you'd find in a car. This means that it's more likely to wear out before a larger unit would. Additionally, the increased vibration from a motorcycle can impact its lifespan. It's also important to point out that certain behaviors after you buy a motorcycle will decrease its lifespan. For example, turning over a motorcycle, either because of an accident or other reasons, is extremely common. Naturally, the bike falling for any reason can damage it. So they're saying 20,000 to 100,000 miles is what they would expect most people to get from a motorcycle. And you're right. How many miles a year do you put on your motorcycle?
You asking me personally or just people in general?
You
I ride the highway, man. So I got, 10, 15, 20,000 miles.
Okay, that's fair, I guess. That's all
And
right.
I mean, and let's say, like, I want to speak on Harley Davidson because I ride a Harley Davidson. Like, you can actually get away with older Harley Davidsons, man. Because they all pretty much look the same.
Not if
Depending
you
on what
not
you
if
want
you're
to do,
going
man.
anywhere. Like if you want to get on the highway and go somewhere, I mean, you need to have a toolkit with you, don't you?
No, man. I mean, you listen, man. That sounds like some stuff that a Gold Wing,
Oh, don't do that.
Victory Rider would say, man. That's that's what that sound like, man. But my thing for me, here's the thing for me. The reason I choose not to want anything old is because I feel like I want everything I have under a warranty, man. And I like to ride my bike. That's simply it. But then at the same time, you can go anywhere from a 2009 preference wise for me, 2009 and up bagger and get the same look as everything else, man, just because everything is interchangeable, man. And it come with the 180 back tire. Anything under like a 08 and down, I don't want it.
Okay, so I still have in my stable, you've seen it. I still have a 1997 Gold Wing sitting over there. And did you see my Gold Wing when you were?
Yeah, I seen it, man. I seen
Don't do that.
I seen that
Don't do that. I don't I don't like
prehistoric.
I don't I don't like how this is going right now.
Yeah.
Next to my Victory, I had my Gold Wing sitting over there. That bike waxes nostalgic.
So let me ask you this, Dragon, because you just said because I know you got the Gold Wing, I know you got a Victory. Is Victory still in business?
What are you doing right now?
No, I'm just asking. Is Victory? Are they still in business?
You don't want to do that. They don't. You don't want to do that. I'll talk about.
No, I'm just, and I say that because you have that's your bike of choice.
No, they're not still in business.
Okay,
they went out of business about 5 years ago.
All right, so you still got an outdated bike. So you got nostalgic.
I bet it'll run you down. I bet it'll run what that raggedy thing you riding down. I bet it'll run it down.
I wouldn't want to put your money.
Don't play out. You wouldn't. I'm telling you, young man. I like it when you young people come on here talking that noise.
I'm just simply stating, man, that Me personally, I don't want no old ass motorcycle.
Okay, here's the problem. Okay, there is a problem with having a 1997 motorcycle. Here's the problem with having a bike older than, I want to say, let's say 10 years old. You know what the problem is?
You can't find parts.
You couldn't find parts for Victories when Victory was making Victories. They got this place called Witch Doctor that just started making the parts because you couldn't find parts anyway. Then they said they was going to make parts for 7 years. That didn't turn out to work well either. But because Victories don't break down, it's not an issue. You don't have to have a Harley Davidson shop on every corner with a Victory.
Oh man, listen, man, I hear you, man. If that's your take, man. If that's how you feel, man.
I've ridden with y'all across the world,
man.
But here's the biggest reason: if you want a bike that's not made anymore, like a Victory, or you have a bike that's old, if it's older than 5 years old, maybe 10, I'd say maybe 10, or even. I don't know where the cutoff is, but somewhere after 10 years, is the shops won't work on them.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that as well too, man. By me towing these motorcycles, I was kind of caught off guard once somebody called me and they asked about a shop that they can take they bike to, and I told them, I said, well, just take it to the dealer, man, take it here. They know that bike better than anybody. And I was surprised. I think it was like last year, maybe 2 years ago. And they said, they won't work on my bike because it's older than 10 years. And I'm like, wow, man.
That's right. They will not work on your motorcycle. They say they break too much. Like, my bike is a 97. So it's like my Gold Wing is like 30 years old. Right? Something like that. Whatever 97 is. How many years is that? 20 some years, almost 30. So ain't nobody even like, bro, all we got to do is take off the side cover and we might break the snaps. Now we're got to find you a new side cover and they're $400 when they used to be $80. Now they're 400 somewhere. So they're not even, I'm not even going to go into your wiring harness. I might break more going in it than I'm going in to fix. If you don't have, I've got my own lift and my own tools, everything. Because if you can't fix a motorcycle, you don't need an old one at all.
I think, man, and then the thing about it is too, man, with these shops and these mechanics nowadays at these dealers, and they won't work on it older than 10 years. Man, it's like, they're mechanics. They coming out of these schools. They coming out of these institutions. And they don't even have the knowledge on some of that stuff. It's like asking a young mechanic nowadays to rebuild a carburetor.
Mm-hmm.
They won't do it because they don't know how to do it. And you have to go find you somebody that knows how to rebuild carburetors, man.
Yeah. And that is a dying trade.
Right. At one point in time, you can take these bikes. You can take a bike that was 10, 15 years to a shop. And you had the newer mechanics that was coming fresh out of school. And you had the old head guys that was still in there. And they were able to school the young guys on how to do X, Y, Z. And that's why I feel like those non-dealer shops, man, they are the winners, man, when it comes down to it. But on the flip side, with people not being able to work on a lot of these older bikes, for me, that's why I choose to stay in the newer range of things, because I never know where I miit break down at if I break down.
Oh, if you're out there rolling across the country for real, it's gotten too risky to be on a Victory. It's gotten too risky. I'm gonna have to buy a motorcycle. It's probably gonna be an Indian, but I might buy a Harley. It'd be my first ownership of a Harley.
It'll change your life, man. Like it would change your life, man. You get you a Harley Davidson, you're probably gonna get on the podcast. You're probably gonna say, Lavish, listen, man, let me tell you this, man. I do not know what I was thinking all these years.
Well, I know.
I would have known what I know now. I would have gotten me a Harley years ago.
I know what I was thinking. The reason that I never got a Harley is because in when I tried to buy a Harley, the very first time, they wouldn't sell them to black guys, and they told me to go back around the corner and buy another Honda. This happened up in Oceanside up there in California. They wouldn't sell me a bike, and I got very angry and held on to that grudge for a long time. They wouldn't sell black guys Harleys for a long time, so I was just like, "Oh, you want to sell me one now? No, I don't want it." That was the reason that I never really got on a Harley in the beginning. Things change, times have changed, but that's why I never got on one. They wouldn't sell them to us.
Man,
You would actually go to the store and you'd say, "I'd like to look at that Harley." Oh, well, they're all signed for. Why don't you go back to the Suzuki dealer and get one like you got right now? They'd actually say that to you.
Man, listen, man. A lot of times in change, man. A lot of times, it's HD, man. It's HD, man. And that's what it is. You ever seen? Listen, let me ask you something, Dragon. Because you've been around a long time, man. Have you ever heard somebody say, "Who is that pulling up on that Indian?" Or "Who is that pulling up on that Victory?"
Yeah, and
who is that guy pulling up on that Gold Wing?
You know who I hear say it mostly? Guys sitting on Harleys. Wow, that's a nice Indian you have. Look at that Victory. That sure is nice. But I did there was one time in particular that I regretted not having a Harley. I was downtown in San Diego, brand new, and just joined the motorcycle club. There was a guy by the name of Dre down there. Dre is a famous, legendary guy in San Diego biking. He started the Royal Aces down in San Diego. He also started the Hog Riders. Very inspirational guy. He used to ride a Honda something back when we all had the straight bikes, that the race bikes, and he'd ride down the road with the back tire fishing. He was one of those guys. He was one of the first ones of us to move to a Harley, and him and another guy by the name of Gunny. I just bought a brand new 95 Gold Wing SE, and they had Fat Boys or something like that. I think they had Fat Boys. We're riding downtown San Diego, and these two girls, fine as a mofo, screamed, "Oh my God, Harleys!" And they ran over. "Can we have a ride? Can we have a ride?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." And the girl looked at me and said, "Is that a Harley?" And I said, "No." And she walked past me like I didn't exist.
I know it. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Two bad San Diego tourists jumped on Dre's bike and Gunny's bike.
Because they knew better. They knew better.
Off they rode. And I sitting there on my brand new, sophisticated Gold Wing.
Looking lonely.
Feeling lonely. And that was one time that I wished that I had had a Harley.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, it's a life. Listen, it's a life changer, is what I'm telling you, man. From what you've been riding, it's like I can't even talk about it, man. You got to be a Harley guy to even understand it. Let's not talk about it. I wouldn't feel comfortable talking about it with you, man.
Black says she calls them other bikes fun bikes, meaning funny looking. Oh my goodness. Well, all I say is I don't even have nothing to say. Let's move on to the next.
No. But I do want to give a shout out to everybody. Listen, here's this. Here's this. I want to give a shout out to everybody out there who does not have a Harley, but they still support Harley Davidson motorcycles. And what I mean by that support Harley Davidson motorcycles is when I see those intruders and them Nighthawks and all the
They
mother
look like them. Yeah.
bikes.
Yeah.
No, heavens, no, they don't look like them. Hold on, stop.
They sound like
This
they
is-
got them trying to sound like them.
No. This is what I'm saying. Man. I want to shout them out because although they don't have a Harley Davidson, they support the Harley Davidson brand because you see these guys cloning their motorcycles with Harley bags, Harley Farons,
They do that.
Harley tour packs. You know what I'm saying?
They do that.
They go all out putting all the Harley Davidson parts on these non-Harley Davidson bikes, even Gold Wings. I see Gold Wings with Harley Davidson tour packs on there, man. So
No, you
shout out
don't.
to the yes.
Don't do that.
Yes. You know, so shout out to all the non-Harley Davidson motorcycle owners who have the motorcycle parts of a Harley Davidson on their bikes, man.
Black said she saw me riding a victory and damn near fell out laughing. I don't know when she saw me on that. She don't mean that.
No,
She don't mean that.
She probably did. Listen,
What she
check
wants
this
to
out,
say,
man.
she was transfixed and wanted to get on the bike behind Black Dragon and roll off with him into the hinterlands. That's what she was saying. Yes. Hey, man, this guy here, he got killed. You know who that is?
No, I'm sure you're gonna a rapper.
Yeah, rapper named Foolio. This is in our ongoing news coverage to cover other things as well. This guy, this poor guy, some kind of way announced his name is Coolio. Rapper Coolio just died, and they say he announced that his birthday. They say he's in some kind of gang war going on, and he announced where his birthday party was. And for some reason, the birthday party had to move or something, and so he got on and told a bunch of people where it was, and the rival gang showed up and took him out. You guys gotta always remember when you're in the world, a certain kinds of world, you can't let your guard down, man. Anyway, they found some folks that they were arrested, and I thought this was interesting. Part of they arrested some people, 3 people, and there's some more that are still at large. But the suspects were identified as Sean Gaithright, Alicia Andrews. Are women gang banging now like that?
You got women, man. These women ain't no joke, man. They ain't no joke.
Look, well, nobody will kill you quicker than a property in a 1% club. But I did not know that. Wow. So Alicia, she's caught up with him. Isaiah Chance. So anyway, Alicia Andrews, I just thought it was really interesting. They're all such young people, 18, 21, 21. So that it was kind of interesting. But here's the thing. I think they're going to talk about it. Let's hear what they got to say about the poor rapper.
A crime scene taking up this whole parking lot behind me. This is a Holiday Inn right across the street from USF. Here, 4 people were shot, and so were 2 cars. Police say they are also now a part of the investigation. A birthday celebration that took a turn for the worst. Now cars filled with bullet holes are at the center of an investigation to find out why famous rapper Coolio Foolio, who just turned 26, was shot dead early this morning.
At this point, it's part of the investigation, but it seems that they might have been coming here to the hotel to get a room.
After a social media post from Coolio Foolio said he and his friends were kicked out of an Airbnb. They found themselves at this Holiday Inn where hotel guests like Jeremiah Claypool had to be escorted to and from their rooms post gunshots.
I only heard one. It woke me up, but apparently there were more.
Did they really put an ad in here? No, they didn't. Okay, here we go.
Say they got the call at 4:40 this morning. Coolio Foolio, whose real name is Charles Jones, was confirmed dead at the scene while 3 other shooting victims were taken to the hospital. no one has been arrested in connection to this shooting.
You know, we always say it, but in cases like this, it really does make the difference. If you saw something, if you heard something, any little detail can help us figure out what happened here this morning.
For now, investigators will lean on federal agencies and work with hotel surveillance video to help determine how the shooting events took place. Also, interviews from witnesses like Claypool.
We're still going to stay. We're going to find another hotel.
As we continue to find out more information, be sure to download our free WFLA app for the latest updates. Reporting in Temple Terrace, Chloe Sparks, 8 on your side.
I just want to take a moment to, for posterity, of course, I just want to take a moment to recognize Officer Jay Lewis. Woo!
Here this morning.
I could be arrested by this one at any time. I'd be all right. I'd be all right.
I don't want to be arrested by none of them. I ain't trying to be arrested by none of them, man. Yeah, man, this story right here, man, this stuff happened, like a month ago, man, quite some time ago or whatnot. But I mean, it's all screwed up, man. These young people out here, man, they living reckless. You don't know what these people got going on in their lives, man. All of the stuff that they be into, man, with these beefs, this rap stuff, and then on top of that, man, I like I say, I don't know a situation, don't know nothing about the guy, never even heard of the dude until the story broke or whatnot, man. But they as they say in these rap music, man, we got killers on deck, we got killers on standby, and these young people, man, they do not live the same way that us of age choose to live, meaning we are thinking about being here tomorrow and being here for our families. And a lot of these new age kids, they not thinking about that. They're ready to die, and they're ready to go to jail. Like, they don't have a problem doing it. I do. And it's sad and unfortunate, man, because this still is somebody's kid, someone's relative. And oh man, I think people just got to be more careful, man, the way they move. You got other people out here trying to get clout and fame. You got these young kids out here, man. They making way more money than we were making at their age, man. It's easier when they into this music stuff. They can be independent artists. All they got to do is record music at home, upload it. They're getting popular. They're getting these streams. So they're making a lot of cash really fast. And with cash comes, I got the money to do this, I got the money to do that. And then you got people that ride with you, man. So if you got a problem with Lavish, you got a problem with me. And they go after them people, man. It's senseless. No mother should have to bury their child. No father should have to bury their child because of this kind of stuff. It's senseless. It's pointless. I mean, I don't condone it. But I don't want to, I can't speak on the hip hop community like that when on the flip side, what's the difference between them and the bike community? So, it's you gotta think about that. So I can't target him and on the bike set side, the same kind of stuff be going on as well.
Right. Yeah, man, it's crazy. I don't understand, and I'm a senior citizen now, so I never did really understand how all that plays out. But it all plays out horrible when you're 26 years old. You got $1 million and more than $1 million, and you're singing songs and you're doing what you love. It was just like, when Tupac and Biggie died, like, why? That you had so much going on. You're living at the top of your life, and you've wrapped yourself into a situation where the words, it's kind of like a TikTok battle when TikTok becomes real, right? Like somebody says something to you on TikTok, and now somebody else is giving you death threats. Like, it went from rapping on songs to it got real. And it's the same thing you're seeing like with this TikTok stuff. like what recently happened to me. You know how many death threats I got behind some stuff somebody got on the internet and said. It is really weird how the mediums we pick that are not real, like music or whatever, internet, social media, these mediums become so important that they play out real in real world where people are. And then these guys also had gang ties or whatever they do in the streets that followed the music, and these folks start following each other. Like Black posted, "Stop posting where you are." Folks are following these folks from house to house, so from place to place. So it's just really kind of crazy, but that's how it's playing out, man. And
Yeah, I mean, because everybody don't have good intentions, man. And when you know you got people following you and trying to hunt you down, like I say, man, these people nowadays, man, they not living for tomorrow. They living for today. They not thinking about the decisions they make. I mean, when you look at different news clips from different cities, man, when these young people are getting sentenced for crimes, man. They're in the courtroom getting 30, 40, 50 years, and they just like, whatever. I mean, it's just sad, man. It's just sad. When it come down to like sharing locations and doing stuff on Facebook, man, me, I personally, I go live at times, but then a lot of times when I post stuff,
it's later.
Yeah, it's later.
Mhm.
I do like to post stuff, man, but at times when I'm going out of town, a lot of times when I post my pictures and stuff, I'm actually back home.
I've done that too.
You got different people, man, with different motives, man. They see you out of town. Oh man, he out of town. He ain't at home. I witnessed, people, me being a 24-hour tow company, man. I've seen guys that will call tow company, independent tow guys up in the middle of the night to get them away from the house so that they can break in their house. So you never know that you just never know a person's moves, a person's motives, people tagging where they at on the regular. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be able to, but the world we live into, people got different motives, man, to hurt you, to harm you, man.
Well, listen, man, I've had such a great time with you this afternoon or this morning. I wanted to get one last story in, but we're at 60 minutes, so it's probably time to get the hell out of here. Hey, man, I appreciate you and love you, and it's just really great having you on the show. And we will do the same thing, same bat time tomorrow. So you guys make sure to check out Lavish T. Williams on all of his platforms. I should have his platform somewhere here. So here he is, Lavish T. Williams on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You can get him on all these places.
I'm laughing at Biker News Canada, man.
What are you saying?
You say you don't see the rock bands shooting at each other. They might have a fight. But even those rock bands, when they have a fight, man, this shit is hilarious, man, because it's like, man, it's like a fight, man. And then it's back to like rock on, man. I mean, it's
part of their music is to fight. They jump around the mosh pit and throw each other into each other.
Yeah, but they're not going out shooting, killing each other, man.
Yeah,
you know, they're not going out shooting and killing each other. Black Dragon, let me say this, man. Anybody out there watching right here on the Black Dragon show, your followers, your viewers that chime in. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a graphic designer that can do some motorcycle artwork for some merchandise, for t-shirts, motorcycle themed. I'm looking to get out here, man, with my lavish merchandise. However, a lot of people that I've been coming in contact with, they are not a person of their word. So if you're a graphic artist out there that's into motorcycle graphics, t-shirt designs, could you kindly reach out to me?
Yeah, you guys reach out to them. How can they get to you?
They can get to me on all social media platforms under the same name, Lavish T. Williams.
Or you can send them an email down below at info@lavishTWilliams.com.
Email as well. Yep. The quickest way is Instagram or Facebook, because I'm sitting in the truck doing nothing but searching and looking on Instagram and Facebook, but I'm looking for somebody that can do some artwork for me like yesterday.
Outstanding. All right, man. I'll talk to you later. Have a great day today, man. Take care and do something great.
All right.
Okay, so I'm up out of here myself. Tuesday night is Black Dragons night at the Dragons Lair, 3393 Lawrenceville Highway, Tucker, Georgia, 30084. Come check me out here at the Dragons Lair, starting at 7 p.m. We'll have some fun down here. You can support the show, $ BikerPrez, and my Cash App is jbunchii. My Cash App is $ BikerPrez, and my PayPal is jbunchii. And just check me out, man. jbunchii@aol.com. Also, Mike Ball set up my subscriptions, so I'll have my emojis here in the next day or so, and then you guys can subscribe to the channel if you like. All right, that's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. I will tell him that Just GQ designs and draws. I'll tell him that, Cajun. So yeah, follow him there, Black. Thank you so much. And you guys have a great day. We're up out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in and for supporting me, and thank you for all the folks that have been buying my shirts and helping me to get my my war chest together to go after these people that have defamed me. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Peace, love, and get skinny. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.
It's definitely a big issue for you too. But I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute. What's up, Mama Roll? I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute and what our responsibilities are and what we need to think about. Because if you don't really know what's going on the set, you can find yourself in kind of a precarious predicament if you make the wrong kind of moves or do the wrong kind of things when this kind of stuff goes on. So, when officers get into a war with one another, what should 99%ers do? Here's 10 things you should know. Thing number 1, stay in your lane. Find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. If you're a president, you want to find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. What I mean is, the set can be volatile. It can be very dangerous. And when you have that kind of thing going on, the set's not safe. So, as a 99%er motorcycle club, what you want to find is yourself in your business, in your lane, while all of the fancy stuff gets handled on other levels.
Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? On other levels. Tried to tell you suckers, Black Dragon is the man. The Black Dragon is the man. A real OG, bona fide, certified. MC, the Biker Boys. The Biker Boys. It's in the house, so most definitely blow the whistle for Black Dragon Biker TV. That's right, I said Biker TV. See, one day, young Dragon made his way out the Navy to become a prospect. Some people thought he was crazy, but 5 years later, hard work became a habit. He became the president of the mighty Black Savage Nation. MCs, y'all, respectfully. Black Dragon. Black Savage. MC. That's right, y'all. Give it a thumbs up. Black Dragon Biker TV at its best. Oh yeah, and don't forget to get his prospect Bible book. So proud of him. Man, he just don't know. He's a real legend. And y'all know it, and I know it. That's right, Black Dragon. That's right. Glad I met you, my friend. Black Dragon, I'm the Midnight Ghost Rider. Dub V, y'all. Love you, Black Dragon. Peace. And get skinny. Like and share. Goodbye.